Hello everyone. Today's topic is ratio. So in this video you will learn how to solve the question based on ratio. So let's start solving this question. This is first question. Question is if x ratio y is equal to 4 ratio 7, then we have to find 3x plus 2y ratio 5x plus y. So in order to solve this question, first of all we have to take the help of this part. X is to y is 4 is to 7. So we will take it x ratio y is equal to 4 ratio 7. So first of all what you have to do, we will assume that x answer is 4a. Here already two alphabets are there, x and y, so we will assume another alphabet other than x and y. Let's say a we have taken. So value of x is 4a, value of y is 7a. Now we have to find 3x plus 2y ratio 5x plus y. So this we will take now. 3x plus 2y ratio means upon 5x plus y. Now what you have to do, we have to put these two values here in this equation. So we will put here 3 multiply x means 4a, plus 2 multiply y means 7a, upon 5 into x value is 4a plus y value is 7a. So in this way you have to start this question. Now we will multiply it. 3 multiply 4a will be 12a, plus 2 multiply 7a 14a, upon 5 into 4a 20a, plus 7a. 12a plus 14a, this will become 26a, upon 20a plus 7a will become 27a. A and a will get cancelled. So final answer of this question is 26 upon 27. So like this you have to do such question. Now see one more question. Question number 4 of your textbook. Question is a minus b ratio a plus b is equal to 1 ratio 11. So first of all we will take the help of this part only. What is this equation? A minus b ratio means upon a plus b is equal to 1 ratio means upon 11. Now next step is we have to cross multiply here. Cross multiply 11 multiplied with a minus b equal to 1 multiplied with a plus b. 11 into a 11a minus 11 into b 11b, 1 into a 1a plus 1 into b 1b. Now after that what we will do, a alphabets term we will take on left side, b alphabets term we will take on right side. So 11a plus 1a will become minus 1a, minus 11 will go on the right side, so this will become plus 11b, and this one is plus 1b. 11a minus 1a, this will be 10a, is equal to 11b plus 1b will be 12b. Now what we will do here, we will make one ratio as it is given in the question number 2. Here it is given x ratio y is 4 ratio 7. In the same way we will make here ratio. Here we will make a ratio b. A ratio b means a upon b. So this a will remain here. This b we will bring down, is equal to 12 will remain there only. This 10 will go in the denominator. Now we will cancel these two. 2 6 are 12, 2 5 are 10. So we got here a ratio b answer is 6 ratio 5. Now what will be the next step? Next step is, let's say, as we are done here, same way. Let's say this a value is 6x and b value is 5x. Now we will put these two values here in this question. What is the question? 5a plus 4b plus 15 upon 5a minus 4b plus 3. We have to find the value of this question. So now we will put these two values of a and b here in the equation. This will become 5 multiplied with a 6x plus 4 multiplied with 5x plus 15 upon 5 multiply 6x plus, sorry, plus is not there, it is minus 4 multiply b 5x plus 3. Now 5 into 6x 30x plus 5x into 4 will be 20x plus 15 upon 6 into 5x 30x minus 5 into 4x 20x plus 3. Now what you have to do, 30 plus 20x will become 50x plus 15 upon 30x minus 20x will be 10x plus 3. Now what will be the next step? We will take common. From 50x and 15 we will take common. 5 will be common. Then remaining part is 5. If we will take 5 common, this will become 10x plus 3. In the denominator what is written? 10x plus 3. Nothing will be common, so we will write as it is 10x plus 3. So this 10x plus 3 will get cancelled. So final answer is 5 upon 1. So like this you have to do this question number 4. Now question number 6 of your textbook is also same as question number 4. Now come to question number 7. So question number 7 is, we have to find x upon y, and it is given x square plus 6y square is equal to 5xy. Here first step is we have to divide this equation by y square on both the sides. Why I am doing so? Here it is x square, but in order to make it x upon y, in the divide we have to take y square only, as I will write here x square divided with y square. Now these two squares we will write it as a whole square, then this term will become x upon y. That's why we have to divide this full equation with the y square, plus 6y square we have to divide with y square is equal to 5xy also we have to divide with y square. This y square and this y square will get cancelled. This y is having power 1 and this y is having power 2. So this y and this power will get cancelled. In the denominator we will get 1y. So next step will be, this will become x upon y whole square plus 6 is equal to 5x in the denominator y. Now we have to find x upon y. So now we are getting here x upon y. Here also we are getting x upon y. So next step will be, let's say this x upon y is a. We will assume it x upon y is a. So a square plus 6 is equal to 5x upon y. Instead of x upon y we will take a. This 5a we will bring on left side. So a square minus 5a plus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation now. Now we will factorize it. 6 factors we have to find, and with that factors we have to make minus 5. So 3 to the 6. That means we have to take 3 and 2 because 3 to the 6, and when we will add these two we will get the answer 5 also. So but if we will take plus 3 and plus 2, answer will be plus 5. Here it is minus 5. So what we have to do, we have to take minus 3 here, and here we have to take minus 2, so that minus 3 and minus 2 will become minus 5. So we will take here, instead of minus 5a we will take minus 3a and minus 2a plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we will take common from these two terms. A is common, then a minus 3. Out of these two, minus 2, here sign is compulsory. We have to take common. When we will take a common out of these two terms, we have to take sign also. Either you have to take positive or you have to take negative. Which one is appropriate? That one sign we will take. So minus 2 we will take common. Minus minus plus. That means plus a. Minus plus minus. Out of 6 we will take 2 common. 2 3 is 6. That means 3 will be the remaining number. Now we will check it. These two brackets are similar. Now what we will do? We will take common. Common a minus 3 we will take common. Now remaining is a. This one we have taken common already. Minus 2. This one also we have taken common. So a minus 3 we have taken common. Remaining part is a minus 2 is equal to 0. Now next step is separately we will put a minus 3 is equal to 0. A minus 3 is equal to 0. Then a minus 2 is equal to 0. From here we will get the answer of a 2. From here we will get the answer of a 3. Now next step is this one we will take. X upon y we had assumed a. Now we will use this. X upon y is a. That is x upon y answer is 3 or 2. So this is the final solution of this question number 7. Now see question number 9. Question number 9. We have to divide rupees 1290 between A, B and C such that A is 2/3 of B, 2/5, sorry, here it is 2/5 of B, and B ratio C is also given 4:3. So what you have to do? First of all, we will make ratio. Here it is given A is 2/5 of B, 2/5 of B. So what we will do? A is means equal to. A is means equal to sign 2/5 of means multiply B. Now what you have to do? This A will remain at its place. This B is in multiplication. We will bring on left side. Then this will become divide B, and here it will be 2/5. So we got A ratio B. We got the answer of A ratio B. How much? 2/5. 1 ratio is given here also. B ratio C. How much? 4/3. Now 2 ratios we are having. With the help of these 2 ratios, we have to make only single ratio. 1 ratio we will make. So what we will observe here? B is coming in this equation also, and B is coming in this equation also. Here value of B is 5. Here value of B is 4. So what we will do? We will find LCM. LCM of 5 and 4 we will find. Answer will be 20. LCM of 5 and 4 will be 20. Now what you have to do? Both the B value we have to make 20 here. So what we will do? This is A upon B. How much it is given? 2/5. So this 5 we have to make 20. So we have to multiply it with 4. So in numerator also we will multiply with 4. Answer will be 8/20. In the same way we will make here B value 20. What is given? B ratio C. That means B upon C. How much? 4/3. Value of B is 4, but LCM we have taken, LCM is 20. So we will make here 20. To make 20 we have to multiply with 5. So in denominator also we will multiply with 5. Answer will be 20/15. Now you can check. B answer is 20 here. B answer here also 20. Now what we will do? We will make ratio A ratio B ratio C. Value of A is 8. Ratio. Value of B 20 here also and here also 20. So we will write value of B 20. C value C is 15. So we got the ratio A is to B is to C is 8:20:15. Now next step. He said we have to divide 1290 between 3 persons A, B and C. So ratio we had made. Now what we will do? A's share. What do you will write? A's share. For A, what we have to do? A value we have to take in the numerator. Sum of all the value of A, B and C, 8, 20 and 15. We have to take in denominator. Multiplied with total money. Total money is 1290. Now 8 upon, we will add these number 20 plus 15, 35, 35 plus 8, 43 into 1290. Now we will cancel these two numbers. 43 1 ja 43, 43 3 ja 129 and 0. That means share of a person is 8 3 ja 24. 240 rupees is the share of A. Now B's share. For B, we have to take B value, that is 20 in the numerator. 20 upon sum of all these, 80 plus 20 plus 15 into total money. Total money is 1290. 20 upon 43 into 1290. On cancelling we will get 30. Answer will be 600 rupees. So B's share is 600. Now we will find C share. So C's share will be, out of total we will subtract A's share and B share. That means sum of A and B. That means 240 plus 600 will be 840. Now we will subtract it. Answer will be 450 rupees. So this is the share of B. So like this you have to do this question number 9. Now see question number 10. Question number 10 is, a school has 630 students. Total number of students are given here. Total number of students 630. The ratio of number of boys to the number of girls is 3:2. So what is given here? Ratio is given. Ratio of number of boys to the number of girls. How much? 3:2. Exact number of boys and girls are not given. Ratio is given. So first of all, what we will do? We will find exact number of boys and girls. So let's say number of boys are 3x and number of girls 2x. Number of boys plus number of girls. If we will add boys and girls, then this will be the total strength of the school. So total strength of the school is 630. So sum of boys and girls is equal to 630. Boys 3x plus 2x is equal to 630. 5x is equal to 630. X is equal to 630 divided by 5. Now we will cancel these two. X answer is 126. Now number of boys we will get. Number of boys. How many number of boys are there? 3x. That means 3 multiplied with 126. Answer will be 378 are the boys. Number of girls. How many girls are there? 2x. That means 2 multiply 126. 252. When you will add it, answer will be 630 only. You can check it. 8 plus 2 10. That means 0. 1 plus 7 8. 8 plus 5 13. 3 here. 1 plus 3 4 plus 2 630. On adding these two we will get 630. So these are the number of boys and girls. Now what is that? This ratio, this one ratio changed to 7:5 after the admission of 90 new students. So what is that? New admissions he had given. How many new admissions were there? New admission 90. In these new admission we don't know how many boys are there and how many girls are there. So let's say what we have to find here, we have to find the number of newly admitted boys. We have to find how many new admission boys had taken. So we have to find the newly admitted boys. So let newly admitted boys are X alphabet we had already assumed in the question. Now no need to assume X. Another alphabet we will take. A you can take. Let the newly admitted boys are A. Out of 90, number of boys are A. So number of girls newly admitted. Newly admitted girls 90 minus boys. Boys means A. So these are the number of boys and these are number of girls who had taken admission. Now total number of boys. Earlier how many boys were there? 378. Plus A admissions were new, so we will add these also. So these are the total number of boys. Now total number of girls. Earlier number of girls 252 plus new admission of newly admitted girls are 90 minus A. So this we have to add in the number of girls. So this will become 252 plus 90 minus A. Answer will be. So these are the total number of girls now after the admission. So what is said? This ratio changed to 7:5. Earlier ratio was 3:2. But now ratio is 7:5. Whose ratio? Boys ratio girl. According to question, boys ratio girl is 7:5. How many boys are there now? Boys are 378 plus A upon number of girls 342 minus A is equal to 7/5. Now you have to cross multiply it. 5 we have to bring here in multiply and this one we have to bring here in multiply. On solving it, we will get the answer of A. And we will solve this, we will get the answer of A. Answer of A will be 42. After cross multiplying, we will solve it and final answer of A will be 42. What are A? A is the newly admitted boys. So we have to write newly admitted boys are how much? 42. So this is the final answer of this question number 10. So like this you have to do question number 10. Now see question number 12. Question number 12 is the monthly pocket money of Ravi and Sanjeev are in the ratio 5:7. So what is given here? Pocket money is given. Pocket money of Ravi and Sanjeev. So what is given here? We will write pocket money of Sanjeev ratio pocket money of first name is of Ravi, so we will write here Ravi first. Pocket money of Ravi ratio pocket money of Sanjeev is given 5:7. This is the ratio of pocket money. So first of all we will assume let the pocket money of Ravi is 5x. Similarly we will assume that the pocket money of Sanjeev is 7x. Now after that he said their expenditures are in the ratio 3:5. Here double ratios are given. One ratio is given here, another ratio is given here. This ratio is of pocket money, this ratio is of expenditure. So what we will write here? Expenditure of Ravi ratio expenditure of Sanjeev. How much it is given? 3:5. So in previous ratio we had assumed 5x and 7x. Now here we will not take X alphabet, we will assume another alphabet. Let's say it is Y. Let the expenditure of Ravi is 3x and expenditure of Sanjeev is 5x. Now we will find saving of both the persons. Saving of Ravi also, and saving of Sanjeev also. So saving means total income minus total expenditure. So what is the pocket money of Ravi? Pocket money of Ravi is 5x. Out of this 5x, we will remove the money which he had spent. Spend means expenditure. What is expenditure of Ravi? 3x. So 5x minus 3. Here we have to assume y. Sorry. Here we had assumed x alphabets. Here we will take y alphabet. So 5x minus 3y. Similarly, we will find the saving of Sanjeev also. Pocket money of Sanjeev is 7x. Out of this pocket money, he had spent how much rupees? Expenditure of Sanjeev is 5y. So we will subtract 5y. So this is the saving of Sanjeev. But in the question he said each person saves rupees 80 every month. So both the person are saving how much rupees? 80. So in question it is given how much saving they are doing, both the person, 80 rupees. But we are also finding, okay, according to us saving of Ravi is 5x minus 3y. But according to question saving of Ravi is 80. So what we will do, under saving of Ravi we will put here 80 is equal to 5x minus 3y. This will be the equation number 1. Similarly, saving, each person saves 80. That means saving for Sanjeev is also 80. So we will say this value saving which we had find ourselves is equal to 80. This is equation number 2. Now we are having two equation. 5x minus 3y is equal to 80. 7x minus 5y is also equal to 80. Now we will solve these two equations with the help of elimination method. Elimination method we will use. This is 5x minus 3y and this is 7x minus 5y. Either we will make y alphabet same, value of y same, or we will make the value of x same. Suppose we will make y same. Here it is 3y, here it is 5y. So LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So that means we have to make here also 15 and here also 15. So we have to multiply equation 1. Multiply equation 1 by 5 and equation 2 by 3. So on multiplying this equation by 5, this will become 5 25x minus 5 3 15y equal to, in equal to what is there? 80 is there. This also we have to multiply it with 5. So this will become 400. Now this one second equation we have to multiply it by 3. So this will become 7 3 21x minus 5 3 15y is equal to 83 240. Now we will subtract these two equations. So here we have to change the sign. This is minus 15y and this is plus 15y. We have changed the sign. That means this is plus 15y. These two will get cancelled. So 25 minus 21 is 4x is equal to 400 minus 240 will be 160. Now this 4 we will bring in divide. So x is equal to 160 divide 4. So x answer we got 40. Value of x is 40. Now in question he said we have to find their monthly pocket money. We have to find the pocket money and we know the pocket money of Ravi is 5x. So what we will do? We will write here pocket money of Ravi is 5x. That means 5 multiply 40. Answer is 200. Similarly, we will find pocket money of Sanjeev is, what is the pocket money of Sanjeev? 7x. That means 7 into 40. Answer is 280 rupees. So like this you have to do this question number 12. Now see question number 14. Come to question number 14. Now see this question. The bus fare between two cities is increased in the ratio 7:9. Ratio is given. We will say that this is A ratio B. How much? 7:9. Find the increase in the fare. We have to find how much fare is increased. If The original fare is 245 rupees. What is given here? Original fare is also given rupees 245. So now in such questions you have to remember this point. Point is, if any quantity increased or decreased in the ratio A ratio B, then we will say that final answer is equal to B upon A times the original answer. So this identity we will use here, this formula we will use. So what will be here? Final fare. Final fare. Final means the fare of the city is increased. The fare was increased, so we will say that increased fare. Increased fare is equal to B upon A multiply original fare. Now we have to put the values B upon A. A upon B is 7 upon 9. B upon A will be 9 upon 7. Multiply original fare. Original fare is 245. Now we will cancel these numbers. 7 3 ja 21. 7 5 ja 35. 9 5 ja 45. 4 9 3 ja 27. 315 is the new fare, increased fare. But he said we have to find the increase in fare. We have to tell how much fare is increased. So increase in fare is, now the fare between two cities is 315 minus earlier it was 245. Now we will subtract it. 60 rupees is the, sorry, 70 rupees is the increase in fare. So earlier the cost was 245 rupees, but after the increment the increased fare was 315. So how much fare is increased, that we have to find. So we have to subtract these two values. Answer is 70. Now same way we will do this second part also. Increased fare is 207. A ratio B is given 7 ratio 9. Same formula we will use. Increased fare is equal to B upon A multiply original fare. Increased fare is given 207. B upon A will be 9 upon 7 multiply original fare. This 7 will come in multiply, 9 will come in divide, is equal to original fare. These two will get cancelled. Now we will multiply these two. 161 rupees is the original fare this time. So original fare is 161 rupees. Increased fare is 207. How much fare is increased, that we have to find. So increase in fare 207 is the new one, minus earlier fare was 161. Now we will subtract these two. 46 rupees is the increase in fare. So like this you have to do this. Question number 14. Now question number 18. Question number 18 is A ratio B is given here. 3 ratio 4 and B ratio C is also given 6 ratio 7. We have to find first part A ratio B ratio C, and second part we have to find A ratio C. These two parts we have to find. So two ratios are given here. In both the ratio we will observe that B is coming. Value of B here is 4 and value of B here is 6. So what will be the first step? We will find the LCM of 4 and 6. We will find LCM of 4 and 6. So LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. Now what will be the next step? These two b's value we have to make 12. So what we will do? First ratio is given A ratio B 3 ratio 4. In order to make this 4 12, we have to multiply it with 3. So in numerator also we will multiply with 3. Answer will be 9 upon 12. Similarly we will do here also. B ratio C is equal to 6 ratio 7. Value of B is 6, but we will make here 12. In order to make it 12, we have to multiply with 2. In denominator also we will take multiply 2. That means 12 upon 14. Now value of B are same here. B is for 12 and here also B is 12. Now first part is we have to write A ratio B ratio C. A value 9, B value 12, C value 14. This is the answer of first part. Now second part, A ratio C. What is the value of A? 9. Ratio means upon. C, value of C is 14. These two are not cancelled, so answer is 9 ratio 14. So like this you have to do the second part also. Now come to question number 19. Question number 19. In this question he said 3a, if 3a is equal to 4b is equal to 6c, then find A is to B is to C. So what is given here? 3a is equal to 4b is equal to 6c. These three are equal to each other. Let's say 3a is equal to 4b is equal to 6c is equal to x. We will assume that all these three are equal to x. Or one more method is there, easy method. What you have to do? No need to assume. First of all, what you have to do? We will take these two numbers. 3a is equal to 4b. This b we will bring in divide, and this 3 also we will bring in divide here. So a upon b is equal to 4 upon 3. Similarly, we will take these two numbers. 4b is equal to 6c. B will remain here only. C will come in divide, and 4 also will come in divide. That means 6 upon 4. So A upon B is 4 upon 3. B upon C is 6 upon 4. We will observe that B, where B are coming in this ratio also, B is coming here also. Here value of B is 3, here value of B is 6. We can cancel these two. We will find in simplest form. 2 3 is 6, 2 2 is 4. So B upon C is equal to 3 upon 2. Now we will check. Value of B is 3. Value of B is 3. Now value of B are same. Now what you have to do? We have to find A ratio B ratio C. So now we will write the answer. A ratio B ratio C is equal to A is 4. B here also 3 and here also 3. C is 2. So this is your final answer of this 19th question. So like this you have to do this such questions. Now 20 question. Question number 20. We have to find the compound ratio. We have to find compound ratio. Question is √2 ratio 1, 3 ratio √5 and √20 ratio 9. So this is the question. We have to find the compound ratio. So what is compound ratio? Compound ratio is the ratio of product of numerators and the product of denominators. What I said? Suppose two ratios are given. First ratio is A ratio B and second ratio is C ratio D. and we have to find compound ratio. So compound ratio means ratio of product of the numerator or antecedent, we will call numerator. In first ratio numerator is A, in second ratio numerator is C, that means A into C. And after ratio what you have to do? Product of the denominator or consequent. What is the denominator? B and D, so product of B and D. So what is compound ratio? Compound ratio is the ratio of product of antecedents and the product of consequent. So like this you have to do here also. This is the antecedent, that means numerator. This is also antecedent, this is also antecedent. So compound ratio is equal to root 2 into 3 into root 20 ratio product of the consequent. Consequent is 1, root 5 and 9. Now we will write in divide form. Ratio means upon, so we will write in upon form. So this will become compound ratio is equal to root 2 into 3 into root 20 upon 1 into root 5 into 9. 3 1 ja 3, 3 3 ja 9. Now next step is root 20 will be as it is. Root 20 we can write root 5 multiply root 4. Root 5 multiply root 4 will be root 20 only upon root 5 into 3. These root 5 and root 5 will get cancelled. So answer is root 2 into under root 4. Answer will be 2 upon 3. That means 2 root 2 upon 3 is the final answer of this question number 20. So like this you have to do all the part of this question number 20. Now see question number 21. In 21 question he said we have to find the duplicate ratio. We have to find duplicate ratio. So in this question we have to write one, you have to remember one formula. Duplicate ratio of A ratio B is equal to A square ratio B square. So this much you have to remember and you have to put the values. In next question he said we have to find the triplicate ratio. To find triplicate ratio of A ratio B, you have to find A cube ratio B cube. Next question is find the subduplicate ratio. You have to find subduplicate ratio. So in this also you have to remember one formula. Subduplicate ratio of A ratio B is equal to square root of A ratio square root of B. So in subduplicate ratio you have to take square root. In duplicate ratio you have to take square. In 24 question he said you have to find subtriplicate ratio of A ratio B. So in subtriplicate ratio what you have to do? You have to find the cube root of A ratio cube root of B. So like this you have to do question number 21, 22, 23 and 24. Next question 25. Find the reciprocal ratio. Reciprocal ratio of A ratio B is equal to 1 upon A ratio 1 upon B, or 1 upon A ratio we will change in multiply B upon A, that means B upon A. So like this you have to do question number 25. Now see question number 26. Question number 26. If x plus 3 ratio 4x plus 1 is the duplicate ratio of 3:5. Then find the value of x. You have to find x. What is that? This ratio, this is the duplicate ratio. This is the duplicate ratio of 3:5. So we will use formula here. Duplicate ratio of 3:5 will be square of 3 ratio square of 5. That means 9:25. So according to us, duplicate ratio of 3:5 is 9:25. But according to question, this is the duplicate ratio. So what we will do? This answer we will put here. X plus 3 ratio 4x plus 1. Now we will write in upon form. X plus 3 upon 4x plus 1 is equal to 9/25. Then you have to cross multiply it. After cross multiplying, we will get here 25 into x plus 3, 9 into 4x plus 1. 25 into x will be 25x. 25 3 ja 75. 9 4 ja 36x plus 9 1 ja 9. This x we will bring on right side. That means 36x minus this will come here. It will become minus 25x. 75 will remain here. 9 will go there. Minus 9. Now we will subtract these two. Answer will be 66. And here on subtracting we will get 11x. This 11 will come in divide. 66 divide 11 is equal to x. Answer will be 6. So like this you have to do this question number 26. Now see question number 29. Question number 29. Find the ratio compounded. What is that? Find the ratio compounded. Ratio compounded means compound ratio. We have to find compound ratio of reciprocal of 15:28 and subduplicate ratio of 36:49 and the triplicate ratio of 5:4. So we have to find compound ratio, but before that we have to find reciprocal first. So what you have to do? We will find reciprocal ratio of 15:28. Answer will be 28:15. Subduplicate ratio of 36:49. In subduplicate, what you have to do? You have to take square root of 36 ratio square root of 49. That means 6:7. And after that is a triplicate ratio. So now we will find triplicate ratio of 5:4. This is not sub triplicate. This is triplicate. So what we will do? We will find cube of 5 and cube of 4. Answer will be 125, 64. Now we will find this compound ratio. Compound ratio of reciprocal, subduplicate and triplicate. So in compound ratio what you have to do? You have to multiply the antecedent separate and consequent separately. So compound ratio is the ratio of products of antecedents. Antecedent is 28, 6 and 125. 28, 6 and 125 to the product of consequent. Consequent 15, 7 and 64. 15, 7 and 64. Now we will write in divide form. 28 into 6 into 125 divide 15 into 7 into 64. On solving it, we will find the answer of compound ratio. So like this you have to do this full exercise.